Hi, lovely people. Welcome once again to the Niceroy 101 channel. This is Bernice from Niceroy.com, and today I'm making a really long cap. It could be a scrap cap, bonnet, or anything. I was asked by Julianne Bent um, if I had a, a style that could take dreadlocks and long braids. So, Julian Benz, hi to you, and thank you for inspiring me to create this style. So, I decided to create this style with the straps on the side so that you can tie and organize your hair really well. Decided to create this so that it will be suitable for if your hair is to the floor. This cap can contain it because it's really big and long. Okay, so this is what we are doing today. Now, you subscribing and liking, sharing, and hitting the notification button is going to do me a whole lot of good. Thank you. So, going straight to the point, let's hop on and start making this super gorgeous and huge cap, bonnet, name it. So we will need our fabric, which is 30 inches on the width by 26 inches on the length, and we will also need um, two pieces of 4 inches by 26 inches. It could be 4 inches by 22 inches for both. That is perfectly fine. I just made it 4 inches by 26 inches to make it a bit longer. I'm going to use it to make straps on the side to tie. Okay, so we will also need a 17 inches elastic. It's going to be adjustable at the back so that it can fit a lot of head sizes. We will need our tweezers to pull the elastic and our adjustable toggle to make the elastic adjustable, and we'll need our rotary cutter and our scissors. Okay, so what we are going to do is to put the right sides together. You fold it once on the length. Now here is the 30 inches. That is going to be the circumference around the head. So we fold it by that side, and this is going to be the length. That is 26 inches, and since the longest hair length is usually 24 inches, after we've sewn and cut everything, it should be left with about 24 inches, which should be able to contain any amount of hair that you have. Okay, so we'll fold it once again, then we'll come to the end. Now here is the opening, so we go to the opposite end where there is no opening. Then we are going to measure 1.5 inches and 4 inches down, and we are going to join that together. What you are going to do is to cut off that end. Then you're going to measure 4 inches on this end too, and you are going to curve this to the top, not all the way to where we cut, but if it's 1 inch or 1.5 inch away, that will be fine. Okay, so 1.5 inches, you just curve it down, can use either your scissors or your rotary cutter to trim that off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to take these two sides together. Remember, we cut the side out, so I'm going to take these two sides together and sew it. It could be with a sewing machine or your serger. Then you take the other two sides together, make sure it's right sides together, and you sew that part too. So this sides together and this sides together. So I've sewn this side and the other side together. So you take the whole thing, put right sides together, and you're now going to sew all the way from here. Make sure these two parts are lined all the way to the other end. So you are sealing the opening from this end all the way to that end. Okay, so now this part has been sewn all the way to the other end. Okay, so we are now going to attach the elastic to it. So this is the back and this is the front. So from the front you measure about 7 inches. You measure about 7 inches. This is kind of similar to my previous scrap cap. So if you've seen that one, that is the same procedure you are going to use. So if you have a serger, you can go ahead and serge around the edge, which is going to be the brim, and you fold it once. If you don't have a serger, you can fold it 1/4 inch, then 1 inch. Then you do it like that all around. Then where you had your 7 inches, you are going to put the elastic in there and hold it down. Okay, so I went ahead and serged along the edge. If you don't have a serger, you just fold it once again and you iron it down. That's all. Okay, so you just put your elastic, make sure it goes in to where the fold line is, so that when you are sewing it wouldn't be in your way. Then you pin it down. Then on that same direction of the elastic, you turn it around and you go to the other side. The same 7-inch area you open, you put it there and you pin it down. So I'm going to the sewing machine, then I will stitch the elastic down. I will stitch on it several times to make sure that it's not going anywhere, it is not moving, and I'll stitch on the other side too. Now after stitching both sides, I'm going to put the elastic in here and I will stitch from the back line, the stitch on the back line. I'll leave 1 inch there. That is where we'll be pulling the elastic from. So I will stitch all around from here to the other side, remembering to leave that 1 inch. So I stick down both sides here and the other side, and I've stick down, making sure the elastic was away from the stitch line. So now I just take my tweezers, reach in there and pull my elastic out. You hold down the two parts where you stick down the elastic, and you hold this part and pull so that you have an even pull. So you pull it, then you add your toggle. Then you tie the elastic so that the toggle wouldn't fall out. So we are almost done. So this is the part that goes around the head, and because it's 30 inches, it can fit a lot of different sizes of head. So now we turn it inside out. This is so long and big, it can, if you have braids, you have dreadlocks, it will fit in perfectly. So this is our long braid or dreadlock cap. Okay, so now the next step, we are going to do the straps to tie. So you take your two 4 by 26 inches, you put right sides together, put the two together, and you're going to shape it a little to give it a nice look at the end. So you just go ahead and shape it a little, just like this. And you take it to the sewing machine, you stitch all the way from here to where you shaped to the end for both, and you turn it inside out and press it. Our two straps are now ready to be attached to the cap. So this is how you're going to attach it. You are going to attach it at where you stick down the elastic. So you let it, okay, this is it. It goes first to the front side, and make sure that the stitch line is out here and the fold line is there. So you put it down like this and you pin it down. Now you are going to stitch it. After you stitch on it, you turn it towards the back side and you stitch on it again. You repeat it, that same thing for the other side. So the stitch line over there, you put it down, you sew on it, take it towards the back, and you re-stitch on it again. We now have our cap with the belt on the side, straps on the side, to help you secure your hair really well. And if you can choose not to add the straps, you can use it without the straps. So since you have this, it will fit your head circumference really well. So this is it, and this is how it looks. Very long, and it can contain a very long dreadlocks or braids. If you have super long hair and you want something like this to sleep in, you can make it in a satin. That is this once again. You can make it in satin, or you can make this with satin lining. You just cut satin lining to the dimensions that I cut, and you just follow the same procedure, and you come up with a nice big cap with satin lining. So you can make this with satin or any fabric of your choice, any fabric that you prefer, and you'll be able to come up with something great. Now I'm going to leave a link to, I think this fabric, I have it on my fabric shop, and many other fabrics. I'm going to leave the link, and everything that I use in my video, and my favorite things that I use, I'm going to leave the links to all those things in the description. All the caps that I make, everything I make is on my Etsy shop. I'm getting my website to be launched on the 21st of July, and you'll be able to shop from my Shopify store. That is Niceroy.com. It will be live 21st July. But currently, if you need any of the caps that I've made here, I think I'm yet to put some of them there, but many more and beautiful fabrics are on my Etsy shop, and you can get them there. So I'm going to put this one too on Etsy. If you can't make it, you don't have the time to make it, you can go to my Etsy shop and you can purchase it there. I'm going to make this available in different African prints and in satin as well, so you're going to have different many choices to choose from. Thank you. So this is how it looks. A lot of space, regardless of the length of your hair. You tie it, it looks really good. You can also tie it to the front like this. Sorry, that's my little girl shouting in the background. Okay, so a lot of space to take your long braids and your long hair. This is about 25 inches long, and let me say 24 inches long finishing, and you don't have to let it be 24 inches long. You can make it the length that you desire. It could be 18, 20, even 15, however you want it. So that is it.